Hey YouTube, Skin Studios here. This video is going to be about, yes, Canadian politics. Ooh. As of yesterday, we are going, we're going into elections. And the first thing that pissed me off was the hypocrisy of Prime Minister Harper coming out of the parliamentary session saying that he was surprised and disappointed that the other parties had forced upon the Canadian people an election which they do not want. Hypocritical. Why? The Conservative Party has been placing ads on TV for the past 3 months now. And half those ads are to polish Harper's image, and the other half are to attack Michael Ignatyev's image. Why? Well, probably because the Liberals are closest in polls in terms of vote intentions. So, you're going to come out on TV saying you didn't expect elections after you've been polishing your image and attacking your closest contestant's character. That's hypocritical. That's bullshit. You knew damn well 3 months ago that as soon as you were going to deposit the budget, this would be the opportunity of the opposing parties to try and turn you over and go into elections. So you've been preparing the field for the past 3 months. Everybody that's got half a fucking brain cell knew the Conservative Party wanted to go into elections. Polls favor them. It's the right time. They've got money, and they knew damn well that the other parties didn't. So, that's my first beef this morning. The second problem, or a second thing that pissed me off, was, did you notice how every other party leader came out saying, swinging, that they were the only other solution? Solution to what? They don't identify any problems. They tell us that the other party leader is an asshole, but they don't tell us what they're going to do right for us. For example, the Conservative Party is going to be discussing how, well, Canada figures first amongst countries of the G8 for economics and so on. We were the least touched by the recession, blah, 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 blah. But they're not going to discuss why they had a temporary prison built before the G20 summit last summer in Toronto, where they arrested protesters and took him there. That's police stating. But they're not going to be discussing that. They're not going to be discussing how they're introducing bills to try and have longer sentences for young offenders. Yet, because the idea of conservatives is not to try and figure out what the fucking problem is and find solutions to it. It's just put them in jail for longer periods of time, because that makes more sense. They're not going to be discussing how they're trying to enforce obscenity laws. I mean, we've had a few generations before us who've been doing everything they could so we could have some fucking freedom of speech. So that we could have some freedom of expression. So that I, as an adult in Canada, may decide which movies I want to see. And which movies I don't care for. Unfortunately, that's not what Harper's government is doing. But they're not going to be discussing that. They're not going to be discussing the real issues. The Liberals are going to come and attack from every angle, but where is the substance? I'm sorry, but Ignatieff does not inspire confidence. The Liberal Party has an image problem. Going from Stéphane Dion to Michael Ignatieff was not a big fucking step up. So there's not much challenge. Historically speaking, voting intentions in Canada weren't overwhelmingly for neo-democrats or and I place a lot of the blame on the media. A lot of the blame goes to the media for two reasons. First of all, they play the ads game. Hey, it's advertising, it's money. I don't have any social conscience whatsoever fucking ever. I just place the ads. They're not talking about the real issues. They're just ad hominem attacks. But hey, it's revenue. The media has a social obligation, a moral obligation to go beyond the image, beyond the front that is presented, and find out what the substance is. Media in Canada, you're not doing that. You're like a 6-month-old child whose parents are taking away the pet to the veterinarian. And the daddy is playing with keys in front of the 6-month-old baby, and the baby is focusing on the keys while mommy is taking the kitty away. That's how you're fucking having us treated. You let politicians distract us while you're not focusing on the important issue. You let us be lulled into this false sense of, well, we're discussing the real things here. No, we're not. Anyways, the second reason why I think the media has a big part of the responsibility is that for the past 2 years, we've had a lot of things happen in the field of energy in Canada. There's the oil sands in Alberta. There's a lot of natural gases and potential oil here in the Atlantic. So I'm wondering if the media is going to be focusing on how those situations have been dealt with. I wonder if the media is going to own up to its role, to its very nature, its very reason for existence, and go beyond the small scandals, the magic powder that's being blown, the smoke up our asses that's being blown, and go for the fucking jugular. Go for the fucking real issues. I think I'm going to be covering the elections. I think I'll be doing a few videos. It's just too ridiculous that we're going to be spending a lot of money to have a parliament whose landscape will be practically the same after the elections as it was before the elections. So there's just too much irony. It's not even ironic, it's just fucking retarded. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Let's have a good elections, Canada. Enjoy. This is Metal Skin Studios saying, see you later.